Hi, good afternoon. I'm Ray Talavis II, filming from Baltimore, Maryland. Today is Tuesday, May 14, 2019, around 6 o'clock in the afternoon or early evening in Baltimore, Maryland. Shooting another review, cigar review, another special cigar. This cigar, actually, this will be the first time I've smoked this particular cigar. I've smoked I've smoked this brand before, but not this particular cigar. So I'm kind of interested to see how this will turn out. Um, Today's cigar review will be on the Plasencia Cosecha 146. Very special cigar. This cigar actually placed in Cigar Aficionado's 2018 as the number 24 cigar in the top 25 cigars of 2018 for Cigar Aficionado. So this cigar does have critical acclaim. I was reading on the internet, and a lot of them have very positive things to say about the Cosecha 146. Um, the 146 and the Cosecha 146 is significant. It signifies that the tobacco in this cigar was from the 146th crop planted by the Plasencia family, dating back into the 1800s or 1900s. Well, it might have been 1800s. So it's the 146th crop planted by the Plasencia's tobacco that goes into this special cigar, and the that year was 2011. So the tobacco in this cigar was grown in 2011, so that makes it about 7 or 8 years old tobacco used to manufacture this cigar. The particulars of this cigar: the wrapper is Honduran, the binder is Nicaraguan, and the filler is Nicaraguan and Honduran. It's interesting. There's a long history with the Plasencias. Nestor Plasencia Sr. has a long history in tobacco. A very important tobacco person in tobacco history. He's still alive. He still works. Plasencia, the Plasencia cigars are his personal brand. Nestor Plasencia Sr. Very important figure in tobacco, along with his son Nestor Plasencia Jr. And he has another son, Jose, and they all work with their father, Nestor Plasencia Sr. So that's a little bit of background. They're out of Nicaragua. Plasencia is a company based out of Nicaragua. So that's a little bit of history on the Plasencia Cosecha 146 tobacco from 2011, 7 or 8 years old already. Just it should be interesting. Like I said, it placed in Cigar Aficionado's 2018 top 25 cigars at number 24. All right, so as you all know, I usually pair my cigars with beverages. Have some agua or water in American, in case you don't speak Spanish. Now I've got a very controversial beer here. As you all may know or not know, I love Newcastle Brown Ale. I've loved Newcastle Brown Ale. I'll be 50 in July, and I've been drinking that since I was like maybe probably around 20. I would imagine for about 30 years. And all of a sudden, I go to the local liquor store, and they have a new bottle for Newcastle Brown Ale. A new marketing kind of like not an advertisement, but label. So here it is, the Newcastle Brown Ale. As you can tell, it's not the same Newcastle Brown Ale bottle as before. So I was kind of put it back because I didn't like the new style. Little did I know they changed the formula too, and kind of tastes like a pale ale instead of a brown ale. We'll get into that further when we get further into the review when I'm drinking some more beer. Pissed me off. I mean, it's not a brown ale. It's more like a pale ale right now. And the last liquor tonight is a classic um, Old Forester straight rye Kentucky straight rye whiskey. Kentucky straight rye whiskey. Yeah, so Old Forester's an old brand, and we'll be getting in it when we'll be getting more into that when we sample these alcohols. All right, so that's the review. The review is on the cigar for the review is the Plasencia Cosecha 146, the Toro size. Hope you guys are all doing well out there. Like I said, today is Tuesday, May 14th, 2019, around 6 o'clock in the evening, Eastern Standard Time in Baltimore, Maryland, B-more Hun. Anyway, I hope you all are doing well out there. I know it's the beginning of the work week. Tomorrow's hump day, so, just got to make it tomorrow. Got to make it until tomorrow. All right, y'all take care out there. I'm going to hit a break. You guys take care. Bye, Dios. Ciao. Okay. ¿Cómo estás? Hola. Nihama. Welcome back. How are y'all doing? This is the initial portion of the cigar review for the Plasencia Cosecha 146. You can tell it's got beautiful production values. The white, the silver, and the gray, just a wonderful, wonderful production values. The bands are beautiful. It looks great against the. I would say this is like a light natural um, colored cover leaf. Um, like I said, the wrapper is Honduran. The binder is Nicaraguan for this cigar, and the filler is Nicaraguan and Honduran. I love Honduran's tobacco. I love Nicaraguan tobacco. This should be a wonderful smoke. Like I mentioned earlier, this was number 24 in the top 25 for Cigar Aficionado's top 25 cigars of the year of 2018, just the past year. So looking forward to smoking this little thing. Beautiful. I would say this is a little too long for a Busto. I want to say this is a Toro. I want to say about 5.5 inches long. Looks to be about a 52 ring gauge. Give it a sniff. Oh, spicy tobacco aroma coming off the wrapper. Fainter tobacco aroma coming off the foot. See, it's packed. It's a very hard cigar, almost bordering on as hard as say Opus. Very, 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 very packed. Very firmly packed cigar. Go ahead and clip it. There we go. There we go. Very sweet. It's got some nuts and tobacco and spicy. Spicy right there, right at the end was spicy. So that's coming up. The flavor coming up the clipped head. All right, we'll go ahead and toast it up. All right, tasted good. And the initial draw is good. A nice draw. Gonna go ahead and toast the edge of the foot. All right. See what the Cosecha. I forgot to kind of like Google what cosecha. I know it's Spanish, and I'm not really sure what it stands for. But I'll get to you that on the next segment as to what cosecha, Cosecha, in Spanish means. So good draw. Get some pencil lead, some tobacco. Very bright flavors right now. Very bright tobacco flavors. The draw is about medium right now. Let's see. Ooh, beautiful tobacco flavors right now. A little bit citrusy. A little citrus at the end. Kind of like very good tobacco. Very bright tobacco. Kind of acidic in a good way. Very bright tobacco. Some charcoal, some pencil lead. Just really good tobacco right now. Mm. Getting a really strong pepper now. Really good tobacco. Charcoal. I would say the body is kind of medium right now. The flavor is medium full, and the strength is medium full. So, and that's just the beginning of the cigar, though. So, very enjoyable, very enjoyable. This cigar with this Toro, I believe was I got this at my local B&M Davidoff in Towson. Very pleased to find out they were carrying Plasencia because not everyone carries Plasencia. I think I paid like $12 or $13 for this Toro, so it's kind of expensive. But right now this taste is performing very well right now. Pencil lead spice, very spicy, peppery, good tobacco, very delicious, very nice, very elegant, very elegant. Um, so back to the controversy of the new Newcastle. I mean, this is not. When I saw this at my local liquor store, I was thinking to myself, what kind of marketing decision was that? Because it's not nearly as classic as the former Newcastle bottle. And then when I brought it home, I was kind of thinking the worst because like if they were going to change the marketing, are they going to change the formula? And then I tasted it, and it tasted like a pale ale or an IPA, and that's not what Newcastle tastes like. Newcastle's a brown ale, one of the best brown ales in the world. And then I googled, Newcastle, and they changed the formula just a couple of months ago. They moved production out of Holland to the United States of America out of Lagunitas manufacturing, I think in Chicago, Illinois. I mean, they're well known and they make some great beer, but this is not the Newcastle I grew up with. It's a good beer or an IPA or a pale ale, not a brown ale, and definitely not Newcastle. So, I mean, I'm gonna drink the rest of the six because it does taste pretty good. But I mean, this isn't the first bottle I'm gonna pick up if I want an IPA or a pale ale. They messed with the wrong brand. You should have messed with the original formula of Newcastle. So there it is, the new Newcastle brown ale. It's not a brown ale though. It's more like a pale ale or an IPA. Very hop, very fruity, very bitter. Not anything like the old Newcastle. I don't want to rant though, so it's not bad for what it tastes like. It's just not Newcastle. I don't know what they were thinking. I really don't, because Newcastle didn't need to change. Newcastle did not need to change. I heard Newcastle was in the top 10 favorite beers in America. Why would you want to change your formula if you're already in the top 10? But they did it. You know, it's still under the same parent company, Heineken, but you know, they changed the formula. It's not a bad beer. It's just not Newcastle. I'm gonna miss my Newcastle, my old Newcastle. Oh well, it is what it is. It's Tuesday, May 14th, 2019, around 6:15 Eastern Standard Time in the evening in Baltimore, Maryland. I'm smoking a cigar, drinking a beer, having some water. I don't have room to complain, you know what I mean? It's not that bad. I mean, it's just not Newcastle. Smoking a great cigar though. Very spicy. Spicy, peppery, and very good tobacco. The body is really not heavy. It's kind of like a medium body, but it's very flavorful. It's got the flavor is full. I want to say the strength is like medium full. Very elegant cigar. Very wonderful cigar. I mean, and you can get the spiciness and the pepperiness from both the Nicaraguan and the Honduran tobacco. Um, I mean, it's a very elegant, beautiful cigar. The body's really not as full as I would like it to be. I like full-bodied cigars, and this is more of a medium-bodied cigar. But it's very elegant, though. I mean, if this is what they intended, it's a very good cigar. Very good. It's different from what I usually smoke, but it's a very good cigar. Kind of spicy tobacco through the retro hail. Very spicy. Very spicy. Got some really good spice, really good pepper. So that's really where we are right now. We're into the first third of the Plasencia Cosecha 146. Tobacco from 2011 was used to make the cigar, about 7 or 8 years old. Very spicy and very peppery for such old cigars, for such old tobacco. This seems like it would age very well because it's still very vibrant. There's a lot of pepper and there's a lot of spice. So this looks seems like it would have a lot more time to age left in the cigar. Anyway, I'm going to head into a break. Cheers to everybody out there, whether you're working, going to school, or staying home. You know, everyone is important in society around the world. Everyone, everyone counts. So here's to all the people in the world. Good happiness. Okay, so this is the review of the Plasencia Cosecha 146. Um, I'll get you back to you in the when I hit the second third, and hope you guys have a great week out there. All right, vaya con Dios, amigos. Okay, welcome back. Hola, ¿qué tal? Ni hama. How are y'all doing out there? To the middle portion of the cigar review for the Plasencia Cosecha 146. Like I said before, I would get back to you on what cosecha meant. In Spanish, cosecha means harvest. So cosecha 146 um, means Harvest 146, which this is. This is the tobacco used in the production of the Cosecha 146 comes from the 146th harvest Plasencia under Plasencia, and that was back in 2011. So that the tobacco in the cigar is at least 7 or 8 years old. Well, I mean, just a wonderful cigar right now. I was smoking it over the break. Um, Touch on construction. The draw is fine. It's got a good draw. Not the most not the greatest draw, but it's a good draw. It's fine. I'm getting good enough satisfactory smoke production off the draw. The burn's pretty good. It's coming apart a little bit, but I smoke my cigars really hard, so I mean that happens a lot with the cigars that I tend to smoke. So I'm not. It's not unusual for that to happen. Um, Smoking components of the Cosecha 146. Body is medium. Flavor is full. Flavor intensity, I mean. Well, when I say flavor, I mean flavor intensity. So flavor intensity is full, and strength is right there at medium to medium full. Um, Flavors I was getting is fantastic. I mean, a very spicy, very peppery, intense tobacco, just intense tobacco. Leather, really good tobacco, charcoal, and pentolid. Just a wonderful, wonderful profile, flavor profile for the Cosecha 146. It's smoking great. I'm loving this cigar. Surprisingly light body. I'm getting that was charcoal and pentolid. Also, I was getting sweet tobacco too. I was getting sweet tobacco there too, but over the break I was getting sweet tobacco. So that's what I was getting. I'm getting so far. We're into the second third, around the halfway point of the Plasencia Cosecha 146 special cigar for Plasencia, signifying the 146th harvest of tobacco since Plasencia's inception, or Plasencia's family's been harvesting tobacco. Very significant cigar for them. I'm gonna go ahead and pair it with the Old Forester Kentucky Straight Rye Whiskey. Old Forester is a very famous brand in bourbon. Old Forester Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey is the oldest whiskey um, bottled, over 140 years old. The master distiller is Chris Morris. Just a wonderful master distiller. Old Forester, very storied whiskey brand in America. From Kentucky, the great state of Kentucky. Kind of makes me jealous. I wouldn't have mind being born or living in Kentucky. They have a lot to be proud of. The bourbon and Kentucky Derby and a lot of great things happening in Kentucky. So but I'm a Marylander. I'm very happy to be from Maryland. Um, Wish Maryland made some kind of American whiskey. So Virginia makes bourbon though, so not too bad. I'm gonna get some Virginia bourbon soon. Yeah, pour some old Forester Kentucky straight rye whiskey. Never really had a an American rye whiskey before. The closest I've ever had was Basil Hayden. They tend to use a little bit more rye in their Bill mash. I know for this Old Forester Kentucky Straight Rye Whiskey, they use about 65% rye in their Bill mash, and the rest is, I think it's malted grain and corn. So here it is, the Old Forester Kentucky Straight Rye Whiskey. Has a bit of a darker color than a bourbon. Um, Very caramelly, very strong nose. Kind of smells like a rum. But here we go. My first rye whiskey. I've never really had a rye whiskey before, so I thought I'd go with the best. So Old Forester, Kentucky Straight Rye Whiskey. So I mean, many people consider this the best rye whiskey. So that's what I think, anyway. Ooh, it's spicy, very smooth, downright scrumptious. I mean, kind of reminds me a little bit of rum. It has that rum quality. It's kind of a rounded, more of a rounded caramel note than most um, standard American whiskeys. But it was with some good spice. Very, very, very smooth and very delicious. Very much richer than most American whiskeys that I've tried. Much richer than most American whiskeys that I've tried. Very rich, very rich, very rich, and very spicy. I love spice, so ooh, very nice. Try some how it goes with the Plasencia. Very spicy, just like the rye whiskey. Very peppery, very sweet, just like the rye whiskey, Old Forester, the Placentia. Very very good tobacco flavor. The body's picking up. That was kind of like medium full to full already there. Um, uh, Very elegant. If I was to characterize this cigar in a few words, the Plasencia Cosecha 146, very special cigar. This is definitely a special occasion cigar. Very, very, very fitting for a special occasion. I would say spice, elegant spice, and rich tobacco flavor. That's how I would characterize the cigar. Very elegant, very fitting for a special occasion. I mean, like it goes about $13 for a Toro, so you're paying for what you get, though. This cigar is worth every cent. Let me just tell you that. I mean, as far as a grade is concerned, hint, hint, you pay for everything you get with this cigar. So you can guess where I'm going with my grade of this cigar. Very elegant and powerful and spicy. So what wonderful combinations. I mean, a very special cigar. I mean, this commemorates the 146th harvest of Plasencia tobacco, and the tobacco one is from 2011, so it's around 7 or 8 years old. So, you know, very special cigar, very beautiful cigar. I mean, with the gray, the silver, and the white primary and secondary and tertiary bands. It has three bands: the Placencia band, the the band below it, and the white band below the gray band. So it's got three bands. That's a lot of bands. So that's where we are with the Placencia Cosecha 146. We're heading into the final third of the Placencia. I'm gonna hit a break, drink some more Old Forester. I'm gonna toast you guys out there. Um, for everybody in the world, only the best. That's what I wish for everybody in the world. Chin Chin. L'Chaim. Cheers. Mmm, spicy deliciousness. All right, just like life for everybody, I hope, in the world, spicy deliciousness. All right, y'all take care. Gonna hit my next break. Vaya con Dios, amigos. Ciao. Okay, hey, welcome back. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Ni hao ma. How are you? Hope everyone's doing well out there. Like I said before, it's Tuesday, May 14th, 2019, 10 of 7 p.m., 10 of 7 in the evening in Baltimore, Maryland, Eastern Standard Time, on a beautiful spring evening in Baltimore, Maryland. I failed to mention this before. Actually, we're in the final portion of the cigar review of the Olive, not Olive, Plasencia Cosecha 146 into the final third. Um, just a wonderful smoke right now. I failed to mention this before. Nestor Plasencia and the Plasencias are closely associated with the Oliva Cigar Company, in particular Gilberto Oliva. They have close ties. They've been working together for a long time. Both Plasencia and Oliva cigars are out of Nicaragua. Some wonderful, wonderful companies coming out of Nicaragua. Um, so, you have My Father, you have Padron, you have um, Joya de Nicaragua, Oliva, and Plasencia, and various other wonderful, wonderful cigar makers coming out of Nicaragua. But Nestor Plasencia has very close ties to Gilberto Oliva of Oliva Cigar Company. Two wonderful, wonderful cigar companies coming out of Nicaragua. So, um, cigar is smoking beautifully. I want to give a shout out to my friends over at Davidus Tobacconist in Towson, Maryland. My friends, hey guys, how you doing? How you doing, Rob? How you doing, Jeremy, Mark, Ryan, John, Glenn, um, Wes, and who else is there? And John. Just wonderful people over there. A lot of lawyers, IT people, uh, firemen, and businessmen over there that I'm friends with over at Davidus in Towson, Maryland. Davidus Tobacconist in Towson, Maryland. People who work there, I want to give a shout out to Robert, Mark, Calvin, and Darrell. And there's another girl that works there. I think her name is Michelle. Give a shout out to the people who work there, the hard workers there, keeping all the clientele very happy and content, and making sure that we have a great smoking environment. It's beautiful over there at Davidus. I suggest you try it out if you live in the Towson, Baltimore area. Wonderful tobacconist. Great selection of cigars. Great walk-in humidor. Great accoutrement in terms of leather chairs and widescreen televisions and a bar. So not a bar, but they have like a little area where they have another widescreen television with a bar, but it doesn't have any liquor in there. So just a wonderful establishment, Davidus and Towson. A wonderful addition to Towson, Maryland, Davidus Tobacconist. Wonderful addition. So I want to give a shout out to everyone over there at Davidus and all my friends and people who work there. So good on you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. The cigar is smoking great. Let me touch on construction. The draw is fine. It's a very good draw. Construction is great. Burns pretty good. Burns fine. Haven't had to touch it up once. Smoking components of the Plasencia Cosecha 146. Body is medium. Flavor is full. And strength is medium full. I would characterize this cigar as spicy elegance, with really great tobacco flavor. Flavors that I'm getting over the break, really very strong leather component, sweet tobacco, um, strong tobacco flavor, pencil lead and charcoal, and nuttiness. Very wonderful flavor profile for this cosecha 146. Just wonderful. The cosecha 146 is spicy, flavorful, and elegant. And you can say the same thing for the Old Forester Kentucky Straight Rye Whiskey that I'm pairing it with. Just spicy, elegant, and flavorful. Very flavorful. Both of them are very flavorful. Just a wonderful cigar, the Cosecha 146, and just wonderful rye whiskey, the Old Forester Kentucky Straight Rye Whiskey. Just wonderful, wonderful whiskey. Kind of reminds me of a really good rum, such as like a Abuelo or a Ranzacapa. Very sweet, very well-rounded caramel flavors, but this has more spice than a rum, and that comes from the rye and the mash bill. So, just delicious. A great pairing with the Cosecha 146. Like I said, they share the same characteristics of elegance, spiciness, and full flavor. Just wonderful, a wonderful pairing. I suggest you try it. Old Forester Kentucky Straight Rye Whiskey with a good old Plasencia Cosecha 146. Very nice retrohale, pencil lead, charcoal, and tobacco. So let me cheers you guys. You guys, I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of the week. Tomorrow in America is Hump Day, Wednesday. I hope you have a wonderful week, a wonderful weekend, and I only wish the best welfare and happiness and well-being for everybody in the world. Cheers. Chin chin. L'chaim. Mm, delicious. I hope life I hope life is delicious for all the people in the world. Beautiful tobacco. Anyway, let me give you a final recommendation for this wonderful, beautiful Plasencia Cosecha 146. My final recommendation, 5 out of 5 stars. Without qualification, 5 out of 5 stars. Elegant, spicy, flavorful. The definition of a special occasion cigar. At a good price point. This Toro is $13. I mean, I would pay more than that for this beautiful cigar. Very elegant. All right, I hope you guys are all doing well out there. My best wishes to everybody in the world. Let me end this cigar review of the Plasencia Cosecha 146 the way I usually do. I wish you all good health, good wealth, good fortune, only the best of friends, and most importantly, family. Vayas con Dios, amigos.